In today's video, we're going to teach you how to turn this into this. Stick around. Should be a great video. Alright guys, so before we get started, I want to make sure that I give credit to the gentleman that told me how to do this. And his YouTube handle is at MattWiley5852. At MattWiley5852. And he actually commented in one of my Mad Micas video. He saw me trying to stir the powder in. He said, you know, that'd be a lot easier if you'll get an 8-ounce bottle and put the powder in that, and then fill it up with worm oil, and put you some ball bearings in there, and to be able to shake it up. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to give that a try. And lo and behold, as you can see, I started doing that with all of my Mad Micas powders as I'm using them. And so this is the latest one, is the powder called Bright Yellow Raincoat. And you can see that there is some separation. It has started separating, but with that I actually put lock nuts in there because that's what I had. But you can see it shakes it up, gets it back to where it needs to be. Of course, if I was going to use it, I'd shake it up a little bit more. But you know, that color don't look real appealing in the bottle. But let me show you what it does. This is a 10-inch angling eye jerkbait, and look at that color. That is shiny and beautiful. Let me turn the light on my camera, or on my thing there. There you go. Now you can see that's a laminate that I'm doing for Glacier Shark. And he wanted me to do a color called Scrambled Egg. I tried to match it up pretty good, but I did not expect this to have that bright, shiny yellow look to it. I figured it was going to kind of be like a mustard, and it might if you put enough of it, but I kind of wanted the bait to still be a little bit translucent. But yeah, but that is a result of being able to control my drops until I got it about where I wanted. And so that's a beautiful color, but we're not here to necessarily do a commercial. And here's what it looks like in the cup. I just didn't expect it to have that, I don't know, goldish look to it. But anyway, let's get back to what we were trying to teach. Okay, so what I did, I went on Amazon and I found bottles that I thought I wanted to use. I like the Angling AI type bottles, the ones with the twist cap. They just seem to be a lot less messy, and the cap don't, you know, if you forget to screw it down, yeah, it's going to make a mess. But like these caps here, if you go to shaking, you better make sure that you have your finger on top of that, or like Adam does at SDG, he puts a rag over top. But I don't trust those caps. And when you take them off, sometimes you drop them, you lose them. So I wanted to go with a twist cap. So I found these on Amazon, and they had a pack of 30, and of course it comes with all the caps, the lids in there, and the bottles come like this. And some people like the condiment style bottle, and that's fine. Get on there, get what you want. But this is what I got. These bottles were basically $1 a piece, or a little under. I think it was around $28 and some change. And if you have Amazon Prime, it's free shipping. Of course, your tax is going to take up a little bit more money. But anyway, around $1 a piece. And the Mad Micas flake or powder you can get it, depending on what kind you get, you can get it around, some of them for like, $5.99 or $6.99. This is a 1 ounce container, 1 ounce container. And if you'll sign up for their email, you'll get notifications. They do a sale every week. They choose like two colors to do a sale on, and so you can, if you wait, you find those that are like 25% off. I mean, that's a pretty good deal. You're getting $1 and some change off of each one. So I've got to where I just wait and see what they're putting on sale. If I like it, I'll buy it. And if I don't, if it's not a color I think I'll use, I just hold off. So you get your bottles, you get your 1 ounce jar of powder, and then you'll need some worm oil. I ordered this from LureWorks just specifically to do this with. I have used the Angling AI. I've used not Angling AI, the Dead On Plastix worm oil softener. That's what I first used for the Tickle Pink. And I thought, I like this. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to need more worm oil. And so I just went ahead and ordered, they had some, the LureWorks. I wanted to try it anyway, so I got it. And I actually have another, they didn't have a gallon at the time, but I think I have since reordered, and I got a gallon of it. All right, so the bottles, I meant to tell you this, they come with this little funnel, which for the purpose of getting that powder in those bottles is useless. I will say this, for the purpose of getting the worm oil in those bottles is useless. And so you're going to need a funnel with a bigger throat, so that your powder and your don't get backed up, and then when you're doing the worm oil, it don't get backed up. And so you just have to find your own funnel. I'll tell you what I did. I repurposed. This is it's not a funnel, it's the sausage stuffer tube that came with my hand powered meat grinder that I bought at Walmart for the purpose of grinding my remelts. And it was just laying around. It wasn't going to be used. And I thought, you know what? That right there will make a decent funnel. And so you just got to rinse it out in between your colors so they don't mix. But I just repurposed that, and it fits down in the those bottles far enough that it'll hold it. And then I just start spooning in my. So we're going to. Why am I talking about this? We're going to do it. So let's get back to. Let's get this out of the way. I'm going to use that again. All the lids come in a bag. So far, I haven't had any issues with any of the lids, messing up. So I'll set these back over here. I don't think I went over this. You can order ball bearings or steel balls, whatever you want. I've got like a gallon bucket of these lock nuts that a friend of mine gave me. I got bolts too, but the bolts are really short, so you kind of have to it has to have a specific need for that short of a bolt or carriage bolt. But what they work great at is putting in these bottles to use as something to shake and mix them up. And so that's what we do. So unscrew that lid, and I use 2 in each bottle. Okay, 2 in each bottle. And then let me get these out of the way. Then we take our makeshift funnel, and see, it don't go all the way in, but it goes in far enough. Then we take our powder, and I hope everything's in frame. Let me check right quick. Yep. Giving y'all the wide view. So we're going to take us a spoon or a measuring spoon, whatever you have. I want to make sure I clean it good so that I'm not cross-contaminating. I think I picked a color that y'all can pick up on the video. And then we're going to start spooning it in. And I'll probably cut, not necessarily cut, but speed up through this. Again, you want a funnel that is big enough that the powder, for the most part, will not get hemmed up in there. And just keep putting it in. That'll probably stop it up a little bit. When it gets stopped up, just hold on to your funnel. Tap it down in there. Even with that little funnel they sent with these bottles, this part was a nightmare. And it didn't take but like 2 partial spoonfuls for me to realize that that was not what I wanted to do. All right, so we're just going to get to putting this in there and speed this process up. All right, there we go. So we're going to set this over to the side, and where it can we got pretty much all the powder out of it. There might be a little bit in there, and you know, I thought about taking and rinsing it out with my the worm oil, putting worm oil in there and mixing it around. But if I'm going to do that, I'll do that later. We don't want to prolong the video any more than we need. So now that I've got that done, we're going to take our worm oil, and all we got to do is turn it over and put it in here and fill it up. And I fill it up all the way to the very bottom of the screw cap, or the top of the main bottle part. Helps if you finish on a good squeeze, so that when you let go and it's drawing those bubbles up, it'll give you a little bit of time to I filled that one a little bit further up than I normally do. Normally I fill it up to here, but I think there is some air trapped in there. Yeah, it's going back down. Let's go. So now all you have to do is put your cap on and make sure your lid's on tight, and give it a shake. And shake it until you hear those ball bearings rattling around. There they go. Okay, and you'll notice there's still some dry powder here. So then what I do is I turn it upside down and shake it, and then rotate it in my hand so that it gets all around those areas. Just like that. Keep rotating it until you don't see any more dry powder on the bottom. Okay, so there we go. That's what it looks like. All right, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a Sharpie, and we're going to, and you need to do this without writing. Well, you know what? Hold on a second. Before we do that, I want you to see something. I don't know if you could pick up on it in the light of the camera, but after shaking it up, there's room in the bottle. okay? And so we got to top it back off. So basically the air that was trapped in the powder, now that we've shaken it up, is out. So we got that much more to fill up with the worm oil. And so let's do that real carefully, because we don't want to get worm oil on the outside of the bottle, because that'll cost us an extra step. There we go. And we did get a little bit on the outside. So what I'll have to do is maybe we can keep, if it didn't go down the side, we're okay. But if it did, what we'll do is get us some rubbing alcohol and clear that off, and then we can write the name on it. So let's mix that in right quick. Didn't necessarily have to do it right now, but just wanted to. So now we have a full bottle of colorant. And I can't remember right now off camera, or while I'm on camera, who told me to do this, but I will find out who it was and I will put their name, because I want to give them credit. So the name of this was Cheesy Poof. Yeah, let's see. Yep, Cheesy Poof. And so right there it is. I'm about to show the camera something and it be glaring and you can't read it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a Sharpie and we're going to write Cheesy Poof on it. Okay. Now, if we leave it like that, it will disappear. It'll go away, because as you touch it, it'll go away. So the next step in this, and I'm trying to find what I do with it. Here it is, over here. Sorry, guys. Is I take some shipping tape and pull enough out to go around that bottle. And we're going to cover that up just like that and iron it down with our finger as we go, trying to get all the bubbles out, and more importantly, sealing it to where if we do have worm oil on our hands, it's not going to get up under that. And so we want all the air bubbles out that we can get out. It's hard to do, but if you take your time, see right there, I got a crease in it. And just make your way around that bottle, ironing out all the bubbles as you go. And there you go. I'll work some of them. Still got some bubbles in there. I'm going to work them out. And I always like to go back over it and do a second layer of protection just to make sure. And there you have it. As we finish up the second round of protective layer, you have an 8-ounce bottle of colorant, liquid colorant that you can dispense out. Got to shake it up just like any of our other colorants. But there you go. There is an 8-ounce bottle of colorant, cheesy Poof. And that's how I do it, guys. Hope that helps. I appreciate the views, the comments, the likes, the shares. Guys, this channel would just, without y'all, it's nothing. And I appreciate it. Appreciate the time that you take out of your day to watch the videos. If you have any questions that maybe I haven't thought to answer, just put them in the comments below. I'll be glad to get to them as soon as I can. And yeah, there's how you turn 1 ounce bottle of, or 1 ounce container of Mad Micas mica powder into 8 ounces of liquid colorant. Appreciate it, guys. Until the next time, don't forget, you'll love the features of Preacher's Creatures.